Hoshituhi, Kanakakat, Monica Viariano, Wechers Kuchus, Muwekma Ohlone Tribe, San Francisco Bay Area. Good day, I greet you in our native Chochenyo language. I'm Monica Viariano. I am the Vice Chairwoman for the Muwekma Ohlone Tribe of the San Francisco Bay Area. My thoughts about our ancestors having to ask permission to be emancipated, to leave the mission, I have a lot of strong feelings about that because that, it's right there. They weren't free. They were slaves. So to have to prove their case, and my understanding is that they couldn't just leave. They had to state that they had a profession, that they could survive. And before they were moved into the Pueblo in San Jose, they had to have a place to live and to be able to provide for their families. If they had a wife, a husband and a wife and, children, they had to have a profession that they would be able to go into, like carpentry or be a shoemaker or just different things that they learned while they were in the mission. They needed to have this skill out in the real world to be able to make an income and to prove that they could survive on their own. I find that very sad because it's just, the system that they lived in, those restrictions, there was just no freedom for them. But, once they left and they were emancipated, then they could live their lives, live freely. In the mission, they had to hide their traditions, they had to hide their language. But once they left, they were able to practice freely. And, this is how we have our language today. It survived because they kept speaking the language. We have our traditional practices because they continued with the traditional practices. So, it makes me sad to think about what they had to go through, that they had to ask this type of permission. And they actually had to have, a priest or someone speak on their behalf and basically prove their case, why they qualified basically to be freed. And it's just, very unfortunate that they had to deal with that.